channel. Today is Thursday and I am on day 2, like full day 2 of my trip. Well, yesterday was kind of a full day. I got into Frankfurt yesterday at about 7:30 or 8 a.m. and then by the time I got to my hotel here it was like noon. So it's like a full day. I have some things I want to do, but there's really not that many attractions that are really pulling me towards them. Frankfurt is a nice city because Frankfurt realistically is kind of like any other large city where things that I can do cost money, and then at the same time I live in a large city. I live in New York City if you're new to the channel, and I post like my daily life stuff there, but paying for an art museum when I could also go to the Met or MoMA for free, not my number one priority. That being said, yesterday the museum I went to was quite good, especially if you don't live in a large city. For me it was a little bit expensive. I think with the Frankfurt card, which I do still recommend even though I haven't gotten checked yet for having a transit card, because it's 19 euros for 2 full days. I think it's 14 if you do only a single day. That one might be a little bit like do your math, but in terms of what I did yesterday, I did get my 19 euros worth, I think, because from my calculations, I think from the airport to the city center is around 6 euros per ride, and my hotel is basically at the airport. The museum was quite nice. The architecture was really good. So on top of that, the bottom floors were more my style. The top floors were like not Renaissance, like Catholic imagery, Christian imagery, that sort of thing. But they did have quite a lot of collection of actual like Frankfurter art, if that's your thing. If you're like into German specific art. I would say I'm not sure I understand German art. So some of it was like, oh, okay, everyone has a different style. Today I think I'm going to do some shopping because again, I don't know if I've said this many times, probably have, but a lot of my trip is going to be in the countryside. Sorry, I'm on the 2nd floor so I see a lot of stuff out the window. So it's going to be in the countryside, so there's not going to be that much shopping or anything, and there's certain things I want to try to find. So there's this, like, I think it's a French brand of shampoo that works really well for scalp care, and I really want to find it. I saw it last year and then I just didn't buy it, and then I haven't seen it so far. I went to a couple of drugstores and then a couple of like pharmacies and they don't have them, so there's that. I also want to check in the internet for reviews about the Vichy. Vichy's like a, I think it's French too, skincare brand, but they actually have some sunscreen fluid, and I'm curious as to how it works and stuff like that, so I'm going to try to look into it because everybody's running a special right now on it. So that's the plan there. Kind of want to go to Nespresso Cafe, not Nespresso Cafe, the boutique, to buy some Nespresso pods because I've heard that the European pods are so much better than the American ones. So I'm going to try to do that, but the reviews are really bad, so I'm a little bit concerned. And then I think I'm going to try to do a couple of museums today that are also on the Frankfurt card. Some understanding about whether or not they're worth it. They're going to be free. So one's the Anne Frank Center, so that one is free. And then there's also something called the Dialogue Museum, which actually sounds very interesting. Basically, my understanding is from the website that they have visually impaired folks who kind of show you around the museum, and it's like a sensorial sort of exhibit, and they like do everything in the dark, so you can figure out how it is for people who are visually impaired and stuff. So there's like one specific thing in there that's free if you have the Frankfurt card, so I'm going to see if I can do that. If not, no harm, no foul, you know? But it's kind of located in the area I was in yesterday. So Frankfurt is like a pretty big sprawling city, but also at the same time the things that tourists like myself would want to do is more like right in the city center. So realistically, if your hotel is also in the city center, I don't know if you necessarily need that Frankfurt card, but that's my gut feeling at the moment. Speaking of my gut feeling, my stomach has not been doing well recently, like in all of 2024, and right now is like one of the times when I'm like a little bit worried about the fact that I'm going to be sitting on tour buses for a long time. So I'm going to try to take it slow today, but still get stuff done off of my list that I want to do. It's about 11. I hear housekeeping. I do have my do not disturb out, so we'll see if they come in, but I have tidied up a little bit. I am going to head out now. First order of business, finding a coffee shop because I need caffeine ASAP into my brain. So this area again is like Gateway Gardens. It's like one stop on the S8, S9 from the airport. I think it's like pretty new development, to be honest. It looks like it's kind of like an industrial sort of area with a lot of business conferences, because I mean it makes sense. It's like 5 minutes from the airport and you can walk to the airport, but like when I'm out and about it's very loud because of all the huge jets. But I would say that it's a pretty convenient location. It's not like in the city center, but it's also cheaper than staying in the city center by a significant amount, because again, I was able to only use like 10,000 points to do my stay here, and that was like with Marriott, and Marriott is also known for not being the best with points. Anyway, I'm walking to the train now, and then I will get in. I'm going to go to like the market hall, the Kleinmarkthalle, and hopefully they have coffee there. I scoped it out and I think they do. If not, it's like kind of in the same area as I was yesterday. The right train, that's the express, like the regional train, inner city train, inner country train. Oh my god, it's so bright. I didn't bring my sunglasses even though I bought some. Thrifting again at the Oxfam. So that Oxfam was a used bookstore. They had a lot of stuff, but I'm not buying books at the moment because heavy. Okay, so I found it. It's the Kleinmarkthalle. The restaurants and cafes. Upstairs, downstairs. Iced latte. This was $3.80. Pray for my stomach. I do have lactate. Coffee shop has you can get like a sandwich with an espresso for $7.80. That would have been good. And a lot of nice truffles. 100 grams for $5.90. A lot of teas, nuts. Sorry about the flickering, but the soaps are nice. I'm kind of tempted by the fruit and vegetable chips. I don't know if I can bring back dried spices. They are prepackaged, so maybe. Some of these mixes sound nice. So good, but so messy. I came up to the second floor, so down there is like a lot of fresh fruits and spices, and there's some coffee shops. Up here seems to be more like food. So there's a fish market. Behind me is a restaurant. What a cute couple. It's here too. Found this Italian restaurant. There's a ton of people here, so it looks like it's pretty popular. I'm either gonna get a focaccia sandwich or it's gnocchi. I think I'm gonna get gnocchi. But they have a lot of options, and it looks very fresh. You know one, it's a little weird, but I think I need protein today. Okay, so this is my focaccia, so it's like actually pretty big. And then I got the Radler beer, the Limone beer. Finished lunch. They only take credit card for €20 or more. So the beer and sandwich was €12.40, which was pretty good. And like realistically, I probably didn't need to buy a beverage. Stopped yesterday, I'm gonna look. 10 things. Okay, that place was just comics, so I'm gonna look in this stationery store. So I read the the wiki. It's not a true cathedral, so it has actually a long history. This is like the third church that has been here because it got burned down and then more burned down, and then they rebuilt it in the 60s. And then stuff about the secularization of Germany. But it's also like where a lot of people were crowned and stuff. I don't know. There is a museum, but you have to pay, and the lady was like very insistent that you have to pay. I was like, okay, I get it. I think a lot of people get mad. I was like, okay, fine. I don't really need to see a church museum. I'm gonna see what this house on Dome is because it's supposed to have some exhibitions too. The answer is that's a very Catholic history museum. So if you're into Catholic history, they got you. This gift store cracking me up. So it's got a duck holding a skyscraper and either a laptop or what's it called? Laptop or a briefcase. They also have like worst car wash toy. So their half timber is like classic for Frankfurt, I guess, from reading the wiki, but it's also like mixed in with some other modern buildings. There's a loud truck behind me, but sweet shop and ice cream. The fan zone still isn't open yet, but I'm gonna walk this way because there's a boutique I want to check out. Compared to yesterday, they haven't really made much progress, which is kind of crazy because it starts tomorrow. They're still constructing like the stage area, the main stage fan area. The TV works, but same as yesterday. I'm really worried that they're not going to finish in time or it's just going to look really bad. It's like Lidl has a pretty large section. Google Maps is telling me to go through here. This looks like private property. Oh no, it's not. It's like an alley. Okay, good. Also, that dog is not listening to its owners. I have no idea where I am. I mean, by the map I can figure it out, but it's like some nice residential apartment buildings. Walking over this overpass thing. I think that's like where the financial center stuff is. I don't know. It just looks very finance. There's a Leica store. I'm not gonna go, but there's a museum related to, I can't pronounce it, Gotha. I would say that if this was in New York, these would definitely be outside of a weed store, but I don't think it's a weed, oh, it is a weed store, right? Store. I walked past it yesterday and didn't come in, but there's a lot of different options. I might get my friend's kids some stuff because it's almost a birthday, and I don't know what to get though. I'm not a chocolate person. I don't know, these summer style like ones seem fun, and I've never seen them in the States, so I might get like a fun one, maybe a mix. That seems excessive though. Spaghetti ice, I don't know. There's some that are filled with like popcorn flavor. I want the new fruit gummy for myself. I'm basically trying to grab stuff that's not in America. There's a lot of new flavors, but I also haven't been to a Lindt store in a while. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to also see that there's so many things. I wish it was like super obvious. Oh, I was gonna say, I wish it was obvious most exclusive. It is, but those are like huge collections. I'm not gonna get a full collection of stuff. Maybe that? No, that's expensive. 10% discount. 3 tablets. There's some other like exclusive things. I've never seen the vegan ones before. So actually these sound more fun for a kid. So maybe I'll put back some of the other things. Okay, so I did my shopping there. So I got little birthday trinkets for the kiddo. And then I'm gonna look in some stores. So there's a couple that I marked yesterday and one that I marked when I was back in New York looking at the map. So I'm gonna go into the store called Depot. It looks like it's like home stuff, home fragrances. He's so cute. I'll put the name in the comments because I can't pronounce it. It's like Kauf something. It's a boutique. I'm gonna go into Muji just for kicks and giggles. There is no Uniqlo here. I'm going to go into another to try and find shampoo. In case you want to know what all the Koreans are buying, they're buying this Pekin brand, but like the gold one. It's sold out everywhere. And also all of the Head and Shoulders, the new ones are all sold out everywhere too. It's weird. That's the Lindt store, by the way. I also forgot about this skincare brand, but that's expensive. It's a lot of construction. Okay, I'm coming up on the street known for like designer shopping, Gotha. I don't know. Again, don't speak German, so it's been rough. I kind of forgot how many people smoke cigarettes. It's like not even that many people are smoking e-cigs or anything here. It's kind of odd, or it's interesting, something point of con. Okay, so as I mentioned, I don't know if I'm using the last clip because it kept zooming in, but here's the Opera House and surrounding it, and then back there, directly back there is where I came from. Actually, it's over there, and that's where the fancy schmancy stores are, and there's more shopping down here. So I'm gonna try to see if I can go in the Opera House. I don't think I can. The front doors definitely not available. It's a porta potty. This restaurant has some nice outdoor eating space. It's like very summertime. Since I like legitimately don't have any plan, I'm gonna just walk around in this park. Eventually I'll make it to the Nespresso thing because it's like right there. But until then, actually it's not really much of anything, it's just a park. So I'm gonna just go continue on. As a time check, it's like 3 o'clock. I came to the Nespresso area. So let's see if they have anything for my stuff. So let me try some of these. I want to try the ice kind. No coconut, no almond vanilla. That sounds disgusting to me, but these are the summer flavors. By the time you see this, probably not. Okay, and then these are what they also have. I think they sound the same-ish. There's more options though. These ones are the same, for sure, because I always get the Melozio one. Summer iced espresso. Okay, it's so much cheaper. This is like 30 euros, and I got 5 sleeves. They don't have any specials, and the membership is not global, unfortunately. A lot of things to do. Both museums aren't really open. And Frankfurt is like actually not a museum. It's like an educational center, but it's like only available for groups during the week. I'm gonna continue shopping, but there's a Faber-Castell store, so I'm gonna go there since we can't go to the castle and factory, even though I found it and it's quite close. Actually, just kidding. I don't like colored pencils and stuff that much, but they are nice. Very fancy. I'm gonna go into other stores. Kind of considering these New Balance because they're only 50. These are so cheap. 59 euro, which is like 60 bucks because the US dollar is quite strong right now. But, well, they're on sale. Don't imagine that. But I found them online in the US for 51, so I'm gonna leave them. But they fit perfectly. I'm going to go into the department store. I'm gonna go sniff test the Poplar skincare because I told my mom to research it because it's significantly cheaper here. I just haven't tried it before. But my friend told me that it has like an interesting smell. I didn't know that Chloe had so many different scents. And also I'm butchering everything because I'm feeling tired now. But interesting. Even more. Actually no, some of these are the same. Never mind, because I was going to say some of these I didn't like. Special. Some lady started talking to me in Chinese. Well, I got always 20% off at Chloe. But these just have like an inert scent. So my friend said that she doesn't like the scent, so I'm wondering if my mom will. They have so many more things than I've ever seen at the I can't pronounce it, Babor store in the US. But they're like significantly cheaper than I thought. Because I always thought the ampules were like 150 bucks. I shouldn't have bought those knives on sale because they have the knives on the other side, but I'm looking at the beauty products. Sorry about the flickering, it's my phone. I didn't know that they had these for like helping you get the clumps out of your eyelashes. Brand pens, which are always like a good classic gift if you have a new person joining your team. The toilet costs 70 cents. I'm not gonna go. These are so funny. It's the derpy mouse thing that I saw all the time last year. Okay, I'm gonna go to the grocery and then I'm gonna go back to my hotel since this is right by the subway station and then use the bathroom there, put down the stuff I bought, etc. This is cheaper than I paid. That stinks. But I think I bought some stuff they don't have here though, so at least that's a good sign. But it is cheaper here if you want the classic stuff, like this normal stuff, but if you wanted some of the special limited edition kind, it's not in here. I'm in the Galleria, by the way. I sent this to my sister as a picture because it's her favorite card game, but it's the chocolate and it comes with the cards. I got the thumbs up to buy candies for my 100-plus-year-old aunt and then also for the family, so I'm gonna do that. The prices here are really good, actually. There are some flavors that weren't at the Lindt store, like I didn't see sweet and salty popcorn, that's for sure, or oat crumble and strawberry, but I think I'm good for chocolate. I love passion fruit and I actually like white chocolate even though I know it's not chocolate. $2.59 is kind of expensive for me because it's just a fun thing that I'm probably gonna hoard and never eat. A lot of Mozart chocolates. I grabbed one for my friend's kid at the Lindt store. It just has Mozart's face on it. It's not this Reber brand. This is so cute. They have like all of these little football shirts. There's like this meme going around on the internet about how like you can tell you're in your 30s when part of your itinerary is looking at grocery stores. I've been doing that since I was in my 20s, but I totally fully am in line with that choice. I'm in like the refrigerated cured meat section. There's a bratwurst place and a roasted fried thing. I think that's what brat means. It's so gross. It's like a
It's like a prepared ham that looks like a bear. Thumbs up. But then there's one 30% off if you want to get a deal. I have to get the chips. Oh, they're all sold out almost. Since I was here yesterday, they sold out of the burrito flavors. I guess I'm getting the currywurst. But where's the burrito one? It's all sold out. Dang it. It really was limited. Oh, I think I found it. I'm gonna get it. African style. Pizza flavored Doritos sounds like Asian Doritos, which are not my favorite. I'm not gonna get those because I can get them easily in Chelsea Market. Okay, the Pringles are like actually kind of cheap. $1.99, which is like $2.20 for the big cans. But the flavors that I want aren't on sale because these are not on sale, I don't think. Patatas Bravas is the one I want to try, or the tzatziki flavor. Fancy gummies, Big Bears. These are the ones I was gonna get for my really old great aunt, so I'll grab a couple. They're 99 cents. What is this one? Martin Luther Licorice Edition. They have like dogs. Okay, I'm gonna head back on the train, back to the hotel. Gotta make sure I go to the right way this time. I don't think there's that much to do in Frankfurt. I know I missed a lot of like the museums and things, but realistically, history museums I can read about online, so I'm not gonna spend money on that. And some of the other stuff just like didn't interest me. So anyway, I'm back near my hotel. I'm gonna just put my stuff, go to the bathroom, wash up, and then I'll head back into town for dinner. I thought these Asian guys were gonna accost me with like Christianity. No, they were asking directions, and I was like, oh, I actually know, but I can't speak your language. So hopefully they find the place. It's like literally you can see it from where we were standing, so I just pointed to the station. As a time check, it's 5 o'clock. I don't know if I told you that, but I don't know, the train is weird. I'll tell you when I get back to the hotel. I am back in my hotel. The angle's not going to be great because you're like slanted backward on my grip because there are no flat surfaces in this hotel room. I tried to prop you up on the pillow because that was going to be the right height, but then the camera fell over and then it like got stuck with the lens out and it was like, error, unknown error. Please restart. So I had to restart like 5 times. I checked it. It seems to be working. I also checked to make sure the audio is working. So hopefully it's still working by the time this video comes out. And hopefully I also don't have it on slow-mo mode. Now I understand why everybody was like, all these influencers started getting the Sony camera. And since I had a very old Sony camera, I didn't have the slow mode already built in. But there is a button. And if you don't set it right, it's you go through like video, picture, and then S&Q, and S&Q is apparently slow-mo already built in, or else fast motion already built in, so you don't have to do it in editing, which I guess in theory makes sense if you're like, I don't know, because what it does is it only does the frames, it doesn't actually record audio, so a lot of my content is probably going to be useless now. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what I bought. I actually did a lot of shopping because realistically, I don't think there's that much to do in Frankfurt. It's just like another city, but I also didn't want to pay that much money for like museums and things because art museums, I can go to the MoMA and the Met, as I mentioned. German history, not exactly my favorite. I'm like, what kind of drinks do you want? I have a grocery store literally next door. Basically, I need to buy us food and drinks for on the road because we're gonna just meet everybody at the airport, and then after that, we're gonna be on the bus for like 3.5 hours and we're supposed to pack food. So I have a ticket to go picking up at like 8 to 9 p.m. So I need to kind of get a move on to dinner because I'll have to come back to the airport because that's where I'm gonna do the pickup. And then I'm also gonna pick up us some drinks. So I said, what kind of drinks do you want? And my dad was like, well, what do they have? I was like, it's literally a grocery store. You could tell me anything and I'm sure they have it. He was like, well, get some of each. Like, some of each what? I'm not gonna buy like 80,000 beverages. Again, I did a lot of damage today, but the US dollar is kind of strong compared to the euro. And then also some of this stuff is just cheaper here, just in general, because it's like a European brand or something. So starting off, I'm going to start off with the Lindt. I don't remember, it was like €3 per gram or 100 grams. So I just grabbed a few, and some of these are for me to try. I want to try the gummies, and then for my friend's daughter whose birthday is coming up. And then I also got some of these bars. So I got this iced coffee sort of flavor, and it's like white chocolate.
I got a buttermilk lime flavor, also milk chocolate, and I got the spaghetti ice, and this is also for my friend's daughter. Just getting a lot of chocolate, because then I also bought these because I thought these sounded like fun kid stuff, so maybe I'll save the other chocolates for other people's gifts. I got these hellos, and this one is cookies and cream, which I think is a kid's flavor, and then strawberry cheesecake, which I also think is a kid's flavor. So those are for sure for her, and then I'll figure out what to do with the other chocolates. In total, I spent 1631 euros, which comes out to about 17, I think, US dollars. Hold on. Yeah, $17.50. So that was great. And then the next one I'm going to show you is from Nespresso. So Nespresso, I would say that the customer service was a little bit rude because they were like, oh, this other lady is here in front of you. And it was like all in German. I was like, actually, she wasn't. I was like, I've been here for a long time. And then they like asked the lady, she's like, no, she was not here. I was like, I was here. I was just wandering around trying to get somebody's attention. Needless to say, I did buy some stuff because it's significantly cheaper here, but I was telling my friend who lives in Korea that it was like so much cheaper, and then I asked how much it was in Korea, and it's even cheaper in Korea because again the US dollar is quite strong. So he says he pays like 7,200 won for a sleeve of 10, and the US it's like $12 or $13 for a sleeve of 10, which is why I don't buy that much. So I thought I was getting a great deal, but now I know to buy it in Korea next time. So Lelio, this is supposed to have like a lemon flavor. I've never seen this on the US menus, so I got this one, and it's like a very light flavor. And that one was $6.70. And then I also got the double espresso Chiaro. So this one is $5.60. So again, these are like a lot cheaper than in the US. So I got everything for I think like $31 or $32. This one is the Bianco Forte. So this one I think you make with milk. You add some milk into it. And then this one is the Diavolito. And this one is $4.80. Oh, the Bianco Forte is $6.80, so that one's the most expensive, but this one is $4.80. And then I got the Intenso, and then this one is $6.70. They weren't running any specials, and also if you are also a member of Nespresso, it's not a global membership. I thought it was, but it's not, which kind of makes sense because like none of the other memberships are global, but I thought that Nespresso would be global since it's a very, very global company. From the drugstore, from DM, I bought this. I can't pronounce it, Valletta, and then this one is the skin food, and apparently it's supposed to be really, really, really good, but it's like $15 or $16 in the US, and I think it was like 8 euros. Yeah, 8 euros here, so I figured I would try it out. I asked my friend about it, and she says that her aunt gets it for her, and she said that it's like very oily, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe it'll be good for winter, but figured I would try it out because I can get it. In the US it's just going to be more expensive. I'm going to bring the empty water bottles to the grocery store when I go buy us all of our assorted beverages. You pay like a 15-cent deposit for each bottle, so it's kind of real money once you get up there. And then from the grocery section of the department store I was at, the department store is actually quite strange to me. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. The brands are just like all over the place. So I did find my burrito flavor chips, so I got these. I was really worried because I was like, they didn't seem like they were gonna fly off the shelves, but they had quite a few left. They were just in a different spot than I remembered. Those were like €2. I got the Pringles, and this one is the Patatas Bravas. I had to just cut myself off because realistically I would have gone hog wild in there, but I was like, I don't need like 80,000 flavors. But this one I've never seen in the US. I do like Patatas Bravas, so figured that would be nice. And that was expensive though. That was $2.99. I should grab the other ones that were cheaper, I guess. I also got the currywurst one because I thought that this was interesting sounding, and I think this one was also $1.99. Yeah, it was $1.99. Again, salt licorices. One is for my family to share, and then one is for my really old aunt. So they're 99 cents. So again, I thought that was a pretty good price. I haven't seen them cheaper than 99 cents. When I saw like similar type of items in these stores, I was kind of pricing them out because I knew I was gonna buy some for her because like she's lived so long. She deserves to eat these if she could still eat them because she has teeth. They were anywhere from like €1.19 to like €1.29, so these were 99 cents, which I thought was a pretty good price. So this caught my eye, and I didn't know how much it was going to be because it was like put in the wrong spot, but it ended up being $1.99, which seems good. But it has like a flavored outside, like a hard shell, and then on the inside is like cola flavor. So I'm going to try to get out of here in the next 25 minutes or so because I want to get to the restaurant and finish eating before like 7:30. So that I can make it back for my pickup. So I'm gonna try to pack this stuff up, but realistically I have a bunch of time at night as well, because I did have an espresso, a double espresso at the Nespresso boutique, so I'm feeling pretty okay. I was feeling kind of draggy back there, but now I'm feeling fine. So I made the mistake of sitting down to get my phone to charge, and the electricity is like not quite as fast charging as it is back home, so it's now almost 6. For my Google, to get from here to the restaurant I want to go to, the fastest way is by bus. It says 42 minutes, but most of that is like, there's like 20 minutes of walking, so I can cut that down, but I'm gonna quickly run out. And just for ease of tonight rather, since I'm not really doing touristy stuff, I'm gonna leave my camera here just so I don't have to carry it and look super weird, you know, because I'm not gonna use it realistically because I got my phone. I think that elevator button works because there was a guy who got really mad yesterday because he pushed it, nothing happened, but it's always illuminated because that's the one you push and then stuff comes. Google Maps says I can get on that bus stop there, 77 bus, and then it's gonna turn around, I guess. I'm going to the Südbahnhof, or like the South Station, I guess. Also, butchered it. It was pretty quick, actually. It was on the expressway. There was a little bit of traffic, but this is like more like a working class sort of neighborhood, I think. It's like very different from the northern side, which is where I've been spending most of my tourist time. According to my research, the area I'm in now, or going to be in, is like where people go out and do stuff like at night and weekends, so hopefully there's something going on. I'm gonna take a quick look. There are a lot of good restaurants on this street actually, but the vintage store is very expensive. Okay, I made it to the restaurant. Hopefully they have space, but this is the one that has vegetarian schnitzel and also the vegetarian green sauce. I'm not really Japanese people, so it must be good.
But my friend here, he's my business colleague. He knows better about the German menu. I picked his restaurant.
Okay, so for my research, I'm gonna do the vegan schnitzel with the vegan green sauce, $18.90, and then the bun
Something to think about. I've never been to it.
Okay, the vegan schnitzel with the vegan green sauce. It did not come with the pitcher, unfortunately, because I got a small size, but the pitcher is like huge. I got it this time without anything added. I still didn't get the pitcher, but it's because I got the small size. Okay, so if you don't mess up like me and you get a little pitcher, the pitcher kind of looks like that. So the food was okay. The apple wine was, I thought maybe it was because I ordered wrong, because I had like, I tried to pronounce German, which was a mistake. But then I also pointed, and what I ordered originally was the orange like flavor juice one that comes with it. Sorry, I got distracted by apparently a pet food store. But yeah, it wasn't super good. And I thought it didn't taste as much because people had said online that you should order it with some sort of like mixer, like a water or something, because it's just so sour, but it wasn't. I couldn't taste it because I ordered a second one because I was like, okay, I'll try like it with like the second thing, and it was not even flavorful. It just tasted like 90% water, 10% apple. So yeah, anyway, the food was good. If you can eat pork, there are so many better options, but I can't eat pork reliably, so was not going to risk it this far from home. And I got the vegan one, which is good that they have a vegan schnitzel, so if you are also vegan, that is an option. The green sauce is just like yogurt based sauce for my like flavor profile, but again, it was vegan, which now that I think about it, how is it yogurt with vegan? But anyway, it was just like green flavored, so it has like parsley, coriander in it. I think it was like 4 or 5 different flavors in there. Anyway, it was good. Again, probably wouldn't go out of my way again, but the restaurant was good, the service was great. I never finished my thoughts, so I'm on my way to the airport to get the Too Good To Go for tomorrow. It was like $3.99, I think, or $3.95 or something like that. Anyway, it's about $4, so we'll see what we get. Hopefully it's enough food for my parents and me so that we don't have to spend too much money on the rest of food and stuff. This poor guy failed spectacularly at jaywalking, and then his paper grocery bag broke. So these random guys just have a random crumpled up grocery bag that they gave to him. Okay, gonna go to the airport now to pick up my Too Good To Go. All running. I gotta get on this train, it's crazy. Thank God I have like a half an hour before the pickup ends, because I don't know if I can find this place. It's like the camps. I think I saw it when I was wandering around trying to find the freaking place to buy that Frankfurt card that I haven't had to actually show for anything except for the discount. I think it's across the way here, but I'm not 100%. Try number 1, Terminal B arrivals. Oh my god, did I do it on the first try? That was honestly the easiest thing the entire trip. I have an entire bag. Let me show you what I got when I get home, because I have to also show my parents, because it'll determine if they have to buy extra food and if I have to buy extra food at the grocery store tomorrow. Just for ease, I'm going to take the train 1 station. I think I could take the shuttle bus to try to figure out how to walk from Terminal 2, but I've also decided I'm going to take the hotel shuttle tomorrow because it comes every half an hour to the hotels that are around me. On the map, it made it look like they were so much farther away, but they're like legitimately, like literally across the street. So even though I got really lost the first time, I think I understand the trains now. You just have to be patient. But I feel like German people have as little patience as Korean people, because yesterday was a chaos. I hope this train is going where I'm going, because it's 30 minutes late.
Den Türbereich. Vielen Dank. Bitte treten Sie aus dem Türbereich. Vielen Dank.
Then the train was like more than 30 minutes delayed. And then once we got on, by context clues, I think people were holding the door. So we stayed in the station for like 6 minutes while the replay over and over telling me that people like should not block the door. Kept playing. Chaos. Okay, back. Okay, my maybe potentially terrible filming location, but I'm gonna show you what I got from camps. So this was €3.95, and I got Anti Good to Go, and this is like a very packed bag. I grabbed a bunch of napkins just in case. I do know 3 things that I got. I like how it's like 3. I got 3 things, but then there was already stuff in the bag when they picked out the 3 things. So let's see it together. So within this pastries, this is 2 of the things I know that I got. One was a regular croissant, and one was like some sort of apricot looking paint here. Sorry, it was very crinkly, so I don't want to like take them out, but those are 2 pastry items. There's so much other stuff. And here are 2 sandwiches. Again, I'm not gonna take them out, but I saw them put in one of the sandwiches. There's like 5 or 6 buns in here. Hopefully you can kind of see them, but these are just like regular like multigrain. There's a couple of white ones in there, so I'm gonna keep those in here too. I'm gonna like try to close them up really well so that they don't get like really stale. This one seems like it's a mix, so I think there's like 1 bun and a couple of sweet items in here. It smells kind of like apricot or peach flavored, and it looks like one of them is a pastry, it looks like. And those options, definitely got my money's worth. Number 1. Number 2, definitely can feed at least myself and my parents. Nothing really needs to be refrigerated. The sandwiches might be a little iffy, so I'm gonna do like a sniff test in the morning. It didn't have any like sauces or anything on it, so it's not like mayonnaise or anything. There was like some lettuce, so maybe not so good in the morning. So again, we'll like do a test and figure it out when we get on the bus. But the rest of the things should be fine. I might go to the grocery store next door just because it's closing in like 45 minutes, and I'll just pick up some water so I don't have to do it in the morning. And then also maybe like, actually no, I have chips. I think we just need beverages. So I'll go like return all of my recycling items and then get beverages for the morning. My dad wants a Diet Coke. I'm assuming my mom probably wants a Diet Coke. And then I'm gonna grab a few waters. So anyway, I'll take you along with me. I'm gonna switch my phone though. Got my recycling. Oh, I need to grab my sweater. Okay, it's kind of cold, so that's why I need my sweater. But also, I've never tried to return recycling stuff, so pray for me that it goes well, because I reckon this is like almost enough for an entire bottle of water, because I think it's like 45 cents worth. Oh my god, it's not in English. Pet, auto service. Pet. It was overly dramatic. There is an English button, but it is here. Looks like it's 25 cents per. I think it's done. 75 cents. Okay. So I can use this towards shopping. After telling my friend about how all these Danish people had so many freaking Costco, what's it called, pistachios. I see pistachios everywhere, and it is a good price here. I mean, not here. Good price at Costco. Diet Coke, I mean, just Coke in general is very expensive. Coke vanilla, $1.59 or €1.59. Fanta's only 95. Dang, Arizona tea is very expensive. It's not the full size either. You can also get like a full liter for $1.59, so I'm confused. $1.39 for the smaller size. I don't know what my dad wants. I'll probably get him a small one just because I have to carry it. So that's actually a very convenient hotel because again, the grocery is like 20 meters. I don't think I showed you before, but the ironing is outside the room. There's like an ironing station in here. So it's 9:30. I think I messed up by drinking that double espresso at 3 o'clock when I was dragging because it was free at the Nespresso Cafe or Nespresso Boutique or whatever. But I just grabbed us waters. I got 3 waters and they were like 29 cents each. So I still had to pay the deposit. So it's like free, but also not free because I still had to pay for them. And then the Coke was really expensive. My dad better freaking like it because that was like 4 times the price of, or no, 5 times the price of the cola, I mean the waters. But I'm gonna just pack up and get ready to like be fully ready to go. I'm still trying to fit everything in my suitcase because it can work. I just don't know if I want to squish everything. Except for now that I think about it, I have bread and chips and waters now. So probably doesn't fit in the suitcase. So maybe I'll use my backpack for the food, minus the bakery items, because we'll consume those right away. My dad says he's fine with the sandwiches, so he can have the sandwiches, because I'm a little bit like, I think it was ham. That's why I'm like a little bit like iffy about it, because I don't know if I want to eat a ham sandwich on the bus. That is the plan. I'm gonna just get ready to go to bed. Just be ready to go, just in case I sleep in tomorrow. I'm gonna set the alarm probably for like 7:30 or so, because I want coffee. And I asked downstairs when I came in at the front desk, I was like, so shuttle bus? She's like, oh, we don't have it. I said, okay, can I try to like get on the shuttle bus at any of the other hotels? She's like, you can try. If you get on, great job, but if not, good luck. And I said, okay, fine. So I looked it up. The shuttle buses come to 2 of the hotels that are like right within like maybe 50 meters of this hotel. And they come every 30 minutes. Like, and I timed it when I was waiting for the bus this afternoon before I went to dinner. They were like literally on the half hours. So that's the only thing that has been on time. So every time I've taken the train, it's been majorly delayed. When I was trying to come back from the airport, I'm like, for ease of access, I'm gonna just like not try to hoof it. I'm gonna try to take the train because it should be very easy. Yeah, no, I got down there waiting for it at like 8:40 and the train was supposed to arrive at like 8:30. It was like fully 9 something by the time the train rolled around to come, so it was more than 30 minutes delayed, and it said like it was supposed to come at 8:30. Like, I'm not just making that up. And then it wasn't the right type of train, and then I was like, I don't know, do I get on this? But I also had to pee really badly and I didn't want to pay to use the toilet at the airport. So then I was like, I guess I'll try. And then all of the flight crew people around me were like, we're just gonna get on this, because like realistically, they were thinking the same thing as I did. They were like, this train track only goes one way. And they're like, it should be the next station, because they all stay around here, which makes sense because it's like literally, if the trains are on time, like 3 minutes from the airport, but if it's not on time, you can walk in 15. So anyway, it did make it here, but in the meantime, we also got delayed for like 5 to 6 minutes waiting with the over repeating thing that was like, stand clear of the doors, thank you, or whatever. I'm just assuming that's what it says, context clues. So we stood there waiting. The announcer, like the conductor, got on the announcement and actually physically said it themselves manually, and still nobody did anything. So I was like, internally, I was like, they probably should have said it in English, because realistically, the Germans are probably not the ones holding the door. I'm still procrastinating packing. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I got up to something interesting today. I feel like I really didn't do that much that you can watch, but I did do a lot. I just couldn't show it that much because it's like a lot of shopping and browsing. I didn't buy that much, I just browsed a lot. I am kind of regretting not buying the New Balances. You can get them online for $51 in the US. And they weren't global tax free here. Because if they're global tax free and I could get my VAT back, that would have been a really good deal. Because then it would have been like $40, wouldn't it? Because isn't it like 20-something% for VAT? So I am actually all packed. Well, don't look at my bed. You can't see it anyway. But I'm just like trying to figure out, because originally I was going to put my backpack in my suitcase, which would fit. But now I'm like, well, for the ride and for like security of like electronics, I'll just put them in my backpack. I just wish that this backpack was configured a little bit differently. Otherwise, I think I'm like actually quite good to go. So originally when I came, I had a backpack, a tote, and a suitcase. Now I'm down to just a backpack and a suitcase, because I put the tote and everything in my suitcase, along with everything that I bought. Except for the chocolates, I kept them out because I'm a little bit worried about them getting crushed because they're presents. If my Nespressos gets crushed, it's okay, I think, because it's got boxes on the outside of the little pods. So
gonna continue packing and be ready to go. I think I might do a sheet mask tonight. No, I'm not gonna do a sheet mask because it's in my suitcase and I already zipped it up. So then on that note, now I'm signing out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was interesting. Again, I didn't show you like my packing process, but it's like 15 minutes after I did my first sign out. Follow me over on Instagram at Eat Stretch Explore. I'm gonna go to some like really random cities in Germany and then also go on to Prague later this week. So if you're interested in watching any of that content, stay tuned. I don't know how much, like, am I doing actually justice to these cities? Probably not, but we will see together and figure it out. So thanks for watching and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.